Inflation is rising. How can you protect your savings from inflation with the Series I bond? Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. This is Jose Tolarosa with SimplyEZTax, an accounting and tax practice with over 20 years experience servicing all U.S. states remotely. My brother and I started this practice to make taxes simply easy. This past Friday, June 10th, the U.S. inflation rose to 8.6%, a historic high in 4 decades. Many of us were too young to remember or were not even born to have experienced an extended period of high economic inflation during the 1970s to 1980s. As an accountant and tax advisor, we want to share a risk-free investment that can help our clients and prospective clients protect their savings from rising inflation, with the added benefit of reducing and eliminating taxes. In this video, we will discuss the Series I bonds. But first, what is inflation? The International Monetary Fund defines inflation as the rate increase in prices in goods and services over a given period of time. Inflation is typically a broad measure, such as the overall increase in prices or the increase in the cost of living in a country. Inflation, therefore, directly impacts your purchasing power to afford fewer goods and services. There are 2 economic metrics that you should be familiar with: core inflation and headline inflation, also referred to as inflation or CPI, short for Consumer Price Index. Core inflation excludes foods and energy because the prices fluctuate wildly, whereas headline inflation includes both. Energy and food were big contributors to the headline inflation gain this month, but core inflation is more telling because these don't fluctuate as much and take longer to get under control. In this diagram, it took close to a decade to normalize core inflation with its high in the late 1980s to achieve an optimal 2 to 3% inflation rate towards the end of the 1990s. Currently, core inflation sits at 6%, driven by services, shelter, transportation, and medical services. The fear of war escalation and sustained higher energy prices will only exacerbate over the near term, keeping inflation high. What is a Series I bond? It is a savings bond where the interest rate is directly linked to the inflation rate. The bonds offer inflation protection on your investments and is low risk since it's backed by the U.S. government. Your savings will appreciate over periods of rising inflation rates. Currently, the interest rate is at 9.62% until October 2022. The interest rates are fixed for 6 months and reset every May and November. There are 4 considerations for investing in Series I bonds. Number 1 is the tax benefit. You don't pay any taxes on the interest earned during the holding period. Any interest earned is state tax exempt because this is a federal offering. And if you use the proceeds to finance education costs, you do not pay any taxes. Number 2, maximum contribution. A taxpayer can contribute up to $10,000 per year and an additional $5,000 contribution from your tax refunds, totaling $15,000. Number 3, you must hold the bond for 12 months. There's a redemption penalty of 3 months interest if you redeem before the 5th year anniversary. However, there's no redemption penalty if you held it for more than 5 years. Number 4, the investment can only be made directly with the Treasury at treasurydirect.gov. Now, tell me a free investment that pays nearly 10% where you can avoid paying taxes altogether. Go ahead, I'll wait. Here's a couple of steps to get you started in setting up the Series I bond. Visit the U.S. Treasury at treasurydirect.gov. Select Open an Account, and then choose the Treasury Direct application. Select Series I bond and provide your personal and banking information to fund your savings bond. If you thought this video was informative, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media at SimplyEZTax. If you would like to be added to our newsletter, please shoot us an email, get in touch with us. We'll love to include you in our newsletter. We're running a pre-tax season referral promotion. Refer your friends and family to us and receive 20% discount on all services for the upcoming tax season. This promotion ends November 15. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to speaking to you at the next video. If you have any questions or thoughts or feedback, please feel free to reach out to us. We love to hear from you. Cheers. Bye.